Hey everyone, let's take a look at this video. Very disturbing to me. I'm going to try not to get so passionate, but to me it shows our people, they don't get it. Oh, but you about to get it now. A lot of them don't get it. That's okay. What she's talking about, it's not just you, baby. You, as they say, you going to learn today. But we like popcorn knowledge. We don't want to hear anything different. Nobody can tell us anything. You're going to learn a little bit too late about critical thinking skills and maybe to entertain a different opinion than your own. So she's talking about Black women and jobs and the Hispanic culture. Oh, yeah. A lot of our people, you're going to learn today. Check it out.
I just want to get in here and say the way the Spanish culture, the Spanish people have made it so difficult for one like me to get a job where I'm from, the country that I've been oppressed in. How do you make it difficult for me to get a job? But I would never make it difficult for you to get a job. We're both the minority. I go to this interview, Mesa Maya downtown in Dallas, Texas. I fucking hate Texas. I hate Texas. I don't belong here. I really want to leave, but I live in Texas. And I'm probably over fucking reacting, but bitch, I lived in El Paso, Texas for almost 5 years. And do you know how fucking racist they are towards me?
No.
Do you know how hard it was to live there? Do you know how hard it was to get a job? Do you know I can't go into a job and be myself? And I live in America? Me? Y'all can't be serious right now. And it's just been so hard. I get into this place for an interview. Mind you, I was on time. My appointment was at 2 o'clock. This other girl walks in. She's Hispanic. She gets seen before me. They're speaking to her right beside me, interviewing her. They wait 15 to almost 20 minutes to come and talk to me. And then approach me speaking nothing but Spanish. I answered a few questions because I do understand some Spanish. Enough Spanish to get me by. He goes full blown Spanish on me. I let him know I'm not fluent in Spanish. Do I need to be fluent in Spanish to get this job? He says yes. And then he starts speaking to me in English. Like he's a homie on the street. Like he know all our lingo and everything. But you couldn't give me this job because I'm not fluent in Spanish and this is America? You cannot be serious right now. I'm so fucking angry right now. This video is going up. I don't give a fuck how I look. I don't give a fuck how embarrassed I might be. This shit is fucking insane. We're both the minority. What the fuck?
No, let me tell you something really quick because this angers me. Oh my God, I have to stay calm. Black folks kill me. Okay. Let me break this down to you real quick. I think I'm kind of realized when you're a subjugated, you're oppressed, given our history in this country, it's like Black folks want some friends. So bad you can align with anybody. We want some friends so bad. Ain't no darn we. There's no POC doesn't work for thee. We remember that video I did on Patreon? I said it's less stressful when you don't worry about Black people. This is one of those issues. See, here's the deal. With black folks, when she made that statement about she would never make it hard for them to get a job.
The Spanish culture, the Spanish people have made it so difficult for one like me to get a job where I'm from. The country that I've been oppressed in. How do you make it difficult for me to get a job? But I would never make it difficult for you to get a job.
Because this culture has always been on trying to be somebody doing friend. That's your problem. We want to always get together and hold. Okay, you held hands and now what? Most of us sitting up here held hands and now what? All that hollering and marching. You held hands and now what? Are we still Mr. and Mrs. Lint Pockets? Larry Lint Pockets? Here's what our people don't seem to understand, and it blows my mind. One more time for the ones in the back. Everybody is here for one darn thing. It's about resources. You don't have any resources. You don't have any money. You don't have any power. And in the streets hollering and marching, that's limited power. Let me see you go ahead and pay your mortgage. Better yet, let me see you get a job because you marched. Let's break it down. Let's say there are 5 people. Again, people are here for resources. I would never make it difficult for you. Well, they'll do it to you, honey, because they're looking out for their own. We are so stuck on integration, get everybody together. Look at your finances since then. You have less wealth. How would they do it to you? You think? They're looking out for their own. I'm sorry, black people are the only group who don't. We're so concerned about want to always be with somebody else. So let me break it down to you. Let's say we have 5 people. 5 people, we got, let's see, black, white, Hispanic, Asian. The last one I'm going to say Mars. Okay? So we got 5 sets of people here. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian. Number 5 is going to be Mars. So if out of 4 groups, if only 4 groups are building, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, and Mars isn't building, let's say Mars is also the same group that complains about discrimination and racism. And is it warranted? Yes. Is it brand new? Hell to the no. It didn't just start last week. So if out of the 5 groups, the other 4 groups are building and Mars isn't, what the heck do you think is going to happen? They are building something that we really don't comprehend in 2023, and this is sad. They're building systems. Those systems will lead to resources. So if you don't build, you don't have a system, you don't have any darn resources, you're going to be at the bottom. Then fast forward years later, 4 groups build, but Mars didn't. Mars is going to always be with his hand out. What has Mars been doing? You understand? The 4 that build, they've got something. They can barter with each other. You have nothing. So you're going to always be standing there hand to mouth with your hands out. That's what you'll be doing. You didn't build. So what kind of group has been oppressed? Discrimination, racism, that's part of the daily lives. The other groups don't want you because they're busy building for their own. You don't think people understand jobs or resources? Do you understand that's a paycheck? They're not going to put you first. Hell, you don't put you first. I'm sorry to tell you. Black folks you don't put yourself first. You know how they know? By the number of black businesses in your neighborhood. Surprise! But you want them to go ahead and maybe just give you a first shot. You don't give your own a first shot because you don't care enough. I mean, it blows my mind out of the discrimination and the racism in this country and never getting a fair deal. And then, here's what the BC, I had to tell you, BC, this is your darn karma. You're going to learn today. And then, out of dealing with all this crap, Jim Crow and all this for years and years and years, always at the bottom, always red line. We don't have this. We don't have this. Then when somebody comes along that looks like you, that wants to be it a black man or a black woman, and we know most black men, they get a lot of money, they go to other cultures. But you will find some black men trying to, I've seen it. I know them. Trying to start businesses here, and black women, the ones that do it, the Negroes don't want to support them because you're afraid somebody gonna have something, because you are jealous, because you're lazy. You don't want their time in. You don't want to support them. And then you want to sit up here and holler about you don't have no jobs. Well, look in your community. Why don't you go to all those businesses that's owned by non-black people and ask them for a job? You know what I'm saying? So out of all that you go through, I mean, seriously, at this point, it makes no sense. Out of all that you go through in this country, somebody looks like you try to build, you'll hear niggers, well, I ain't gotta be buying from them just because they got a bid. It's a black-owned business. I ain't gotta be buying from them. They don't treat me right, as if everybody giving you the white glove service. Stop lying. You're not getting the Neiman's white glove service. Poor child, you ain't getting it everywhere you go. Stop it. So then when someone tries to build like you, the Negro still ain't happy, or they get jealous. I'm not going to support it. They ain't going to make no money off of me. Then you want to take your tail over here. Is they going to hire me? Hell no. They're looking out for their own. You get it? You can't be this darn slow. It's like, really? No kidding. You didn't know? They're talking about the same thing in California. I'm not trying to hear it. They just taking over. You can't blame Miho for building. What the hell y'all been doing? Do you think the people that's coming over here are going to go, oh, look at that. Look at Miho. Look at the Hispanics. They got a restaurant. They got a business. They're not going to get rich off of me. People tell me different things, and I check them out. I say, wow, just in a short time frame, Miho getting with it. How many restaurants that have popped up over here? Restaurants, insurance, set up all kind of businesses. Do you think the Hispanic culture was going to do like black people? Shun them? Sometimes you're black, that's right. That right there is to disqualify for black people. They won't even give you a chance. And let's get to this part right here. And so do you think black people that have been in the community for years and they see how they operate, some are doing quite well. Oh, some are doing quite well. Do you think they're going to say, oh, well, let's see what the BC and try to get, oh, hell no, it's not worth the investment because you already know what's up. You already know what's up. The program I tried to get started about, to me, my friends with the single baby mamas, okay, these ladies, they have jobs. They're, we pretty much come from middle class backgrounds, but they have jobs. They're baby mamas. They can barely make it. Maybe we can go ahead. I know, I'm like, we can do this. Come on, ladies. What's $300 to $500 a month? To do maybe some contract labor and get them to do maybe little projects at home. We can't even get that right. Because you look up, baby mama, she get her man in her ear, this food done messed it up. It's this group. You so worried about integration, assimilation. You don't seem to get it. And you think somebody like me running my mouth, oh, you gonna learn today. Somebody like me, you running my mouth, oh, you don't know. What she's complaining about, get ready. This is your 2.0. What she's talking about, oh, get ready, Black America. Get ready. It's not going anywhere. What she's talking about, oh, so get ready. It's going to happen to a whole lot of black women and a whole lot of black men. So between immigration and AI, your finance is going to go bye-bye. Why do you think they're saying black wealth will be down to 0 in 2055? You think this is not a factor? They didn't say Hispanic, they said black wealth. No, because they know how they operate. They know how they operate. And surprise, they know how the black community operates. We're so caught up. So again, complain about, and this is justifiable, I concur, racism, discrimination. Then when somebody like group economics, we don't want to hear Dr. ClaudAnderson. Well, he already told you about your future. He already told you. I want to read them books. Listen to the video. This group, we like popcorn knowledge. You're going to have to hurry up in 3 minutes. You're going to see what their popcorn knowledge is going to pop you up out of existence. Going to pop you up out your place. Pop you upside the little piece of car you driving. We want popcorn knowledge. Hurry that up. But I hate to tell you, and it is so true. We are just like this group, a lot of our people, just like children. You going outside and playing. You okay as long as you got $50 or $500 in your little pocket till next Friday. Then a Friday come, you ain't got them $50, and now you're like, what am I gonna do? You got black folks talking about the same thing in California. Boy, cry me a river. Cut this BS out. We want to act brand new. And they're taking over. No, they are building. Your own try to build. You want to boycott them because you're jealous, because you're black-hearted. You hate yourself, the self-hatred. Then you want a discount. You want them to sell at a loss so they can go out of business. And then they get shot and murked. They get shot and killed. This is what you get. It's not rocket science. I mean, dang. And now, so little mama on the screen, I would never do that to you. You don't get it, sweetheart, pretty lady. It's about resources. They don't have self-hatred like this group does. This group has self-hatred because why? They're in love with whiteness. Okay? So what they're wanting to do is make sure they take care of their own. We're caught up in a loop. Well, I was here first. They are taking care of their own. That's what every other nationality does, except one group. You know who it is. I mean, you think about it. All this time in this country, racism, discrimination, what else is new? On the job, high unemployment. Then somebody looks like you try to build, and the Negroes don't want to support it. They boycott it. So, like I said, imagine 5 groups of people. Other 4 groups are building. Their one group isn't building. They just want to be subjugated. I'm going to let them build and I'm going to work for them. They can turn your money off. I've only heard black people say, oh, it's a black business. I ain't got to stop them because they're black. Fool, nobody ever said they had to. Guess what? News flash for you with that stupid thinking process. No one said you had to. I ain't about them because they're black. And they ain't got to hire you behind because you're black. They're going to hire their own. You get it? Delusion. Delusion of inclusion. And we acting brand new. Oh, you haven't seen the stories? Man, there's so many on my list. The stories about in the factories, the Hispanics went in the factories and treating the black co-workers real bad. Of course, they want to get you fired and ran out. Girl, I already saw this. I've already seen a company, a factory, go from like 80% white, 20% black. Look over, fast forward a few years down the line, that factory is like 95, maybe 98% Hispanic. The management is white. You think? I wonder how that happened. So I'm sorry, you just have to be an idiot to know you have to deal with racism, discrimination, and then someone looks like you're trying to build and you just want to tear it down. This is your karma. So she would never do that to them. You're not a part of their culture. Let's try it again. There is racism. You betcha. There's also discrimination. And there is also what I call cultural preservation. And it starts with resources. They're preserving their culture. They understand it's about resources. They ain't trying to hold your hand and be your friend. That's the part that BC doesn't understand. Cultural preservation. So the more that get here, I don't know what the more that get here, you're going to have more, they're going to be hiring their own. White people been doing it, you think? No. I've seen white boys out of college, probably delivering pizza, but out of college, 4-year degree, hired. Black man got a master's in the same, with experience, start out in the mail room. Oh, you never heard of things like that happening? You never heard we gotta be twice as good? So you know all of this, but you refuse to build. Or you refuse to support somebody that does build. This is what you get at the feet of everybody else. You gonna hire me, give me a chance. This is what you get. But see, we're like popcorn knowledge. I don't want to hear all that. You ain't gotta hear all that. But I bet at the end of the day, sweetie, you don't listen to somebody like me, or it could be anybody. A difference of opinion, you might be sitting up on the screen. I can't guarantee, but I doubt. I hope and pray not that won't be me. More than likely, my circumstance highly unlikely. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. Don't want to listen. So if you keep on going through this and you can't get these jobs, more people are coming in. How do you see this ending for you? And it sounded like someone else was in the vehicle too, because I could hear like another person sniff while she was speaking. I could hear like someone sniffling. I'm like, who's in the car with her? I would never do that to you. Oh my gosh, girl, you sweetheart. It's not about. They're looking out for their own. It's about resources. And this is the only group that's sitting up here trying to be friends with somebody. They don't want to be friends with you. When he was speaking Spanish, maybe that was your clue to get up out of there. So now you wasted your time and energy. And let me guess, it's not the first time, it won't be the last. They got so bad in California like this, black folks couldn't get jobs. A lot of them started moving out. You think? And when you hear things like your replacement is here, you want to get mad. You want to get mad. Orange haired Donald Trump, he was trying to keep him out. Why? He understands the financial obligations of bringing all these people here. He understands the danger. He understands the financial aspect of it. And he understands the competition for jobs. Do I agree with everything he does? Heck no. Are you kidding? Of course not. But he already tried to tell you. He already told you. Biden said in Canada, hey, Biden, let them on in. Well, now they in BC, you're not going to win. And see, it would be different if you were building. Are you kidding? The business owner might get shot next week. Might get robbed for the vehicle in the BC. You can't afford to let them on in. And again, anybody that's at the bottom of the spectrum, lower paying jobs, white, you can be whatever nationality you are, you're going to feel a pinch too. Watch. Oh, just wait and see. You're going to see. Dusty Dan going to be a super deluxe thieving man. You're going to see. But this here is like, wow. It just proves to me they don't get it. But again, it's popcorn knowledge. We don't want to hear all of that talking, just like children. Get my little job and then go stream and relax and chill, just like children. Go out and play. And real life is going on. Decisions are being made. And then next thing you know, when something happens, you're like, huh? What? I've talked about it. I'm like, wow, look at this here. Now they had a few black women working here. All the black women are gone, and everybody, one Hispanic, and everybody pretty much is white. Well, this is a new person here. Yeah, because you have white people sitting about their neighbors and families, getting them on the jobs there. Just don't call the black people back. No, that's what happens when you don't want to build or support somebody that does. So again, you got 5 people. If out of 5 groups of people, the 4 building, who the hell do you think is going to be at the bottom? The one who's not building. Oh my God, really? You don't get it? Who's going to be sitting with their hand down? The one that's not building. You have nothing to offer. Knock on this door. Oh, I'm sorry. We got to say about our own people. Door number 2. Yeah, we do have an opening, but you know what? This person needs a job, but kind of part of our culture, so we believe in cultural preservation. Door number 3. Oh, yeah. Well, resources are limited, so I like to hire you, but I got to make sure this paycheck goes into the hands of a person that looks like me. Cultural preservation. Door number 4. And so you out there, what you been doing when you don't build or support those that do? This is what you get, boo. Now do you understand? Black wealth will be zero by 2050. Hell, it might be there by 2030. And I hate to tell you, This is just one person giving this video. It's happening a lot. Everybody's not posting about it. So imagine in the BC, this happens to millions of you, of black people. Imagine. Again, they've got factories. A job. Black folks got to file what class action? Why the treatment of the Hispanics? They want you up out of there so they can bring in more mijo. They'll have a whole family working at the same job. I've seen it. As my father said, learn a little bit too late. So when you like popcorn knowledge, go ahead. Go on with that. You like popcorn knowledge. What about? I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. This is what happens. Popcorn knowledge. Nobody can tell this group. We already know everything. Well, notice how you gonna see your way out of this HIT. Know this. Let's see how you figure your way out of this shit. Let me see you do it. Please. I'm waiting with popcorn. Let me see you figure your way out of this, since you know every darn thing. Don't want to sit down and listen. Just like children. Till then something happens. So yes, your unemployment will be higher and crime will be higher because many a mammy can't take care of their son. And what's he gonna do? Go get it done. Yeah. Playing your part in your destruction. So again, like popcorn knowledge. If a black person trying to tell somebody black something like this here, they better say it, child. You might have 2 minutes at best. That's your problem. Leave them ignorant. I'm serious. I used to get all, I still kind of get wired up now a little bit. I've already seen. They're like popcorn knowledge. You better tell me in 2 minutes. I gotta go. Little long video. Well, sweetie, more than likely you'll be on the screen. I hope you don't. But many will be facing the same thing. What about your man? If a man can't provide for you, you don't need him. Mm-hmm. And a man, especially a husband, he's a provider in life and also in death. Child, if a man passes on a spouse, you should be at a point, hopefully at a point, whether you decide if you want to work or not. And now we just like baby daddy. We don't want to have those conversations, and that's just it. I know what I'm gonna do. You go do it. So yeah, this right here, you didn't know about how the Hispanics get down. I've seen the same thing. So I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all entertainment. Look at this. What? I'm like, I gotta go back and find that. So many stories. So let's hope. I'm gonna try and get to the videos this weekend. But I kid you not. You haven't seen? Oh no. Really? You haven't seen? You should have been knowing what's going on in LA. It's been going that way since the 80s, baby. You haven't seen how they push you out the neighborhood, then push you out of a job. And what do? Pack up your stuff and leave the state. Heading down to the ATL to Texas. You done got ran up out of there. Again. You got 5 people. If the other group's are building or you're not, I don't know what the hell you expect. It's just common sense. It's just like having 5 people. And out of 5 people, 4 people are going to work. 1 is not. Well, when Friday come, I don't know how you expect to have a darn paycheck. You haven't done nothing. You think? Out of 5 people, other 4 going to work, other 5 just chilling. Now they got a paycheck and you looking stupid. I want to admit, did you go to work? So other people are building and their culture support them when they build. They don't get jealous. So the self-hatred is what's going to get this group. It's already done, and it's too far gone. There's no remedy. Not to effectively help the majority. It's not going to happen. So this is what happens when you don't build or support people that do. This is what happens when you like popcorn knowledge. Can't nobody tell you nothing. You don't listen. You don't want to hear it. You just a $50 Friday food. A $50 Friday food. You got $50 in your pocket this Friday, and I'm good. I'm good. For how long? It's time to wake up. This on the screen shouldn't be happening. This young lady right here, she shouldn't be appalled. I would never do that to you. She's young and naive. What are we teaching the youth? Sometimes the youth don't want to hear it. And sometimes the older ones don't even want to hear it because guess what? Don't even know that it's going on with the status quo. But that's what happens when you don't build. You up there begging at everybody, knocking on this door, knock on that. Okay, can you? When y'all gonna build? Y'all know. Well, they tried to, but yeah, that black person got killed last week that was trying to build a door. Time he put the door up, child, and the bit what got robbed. The black women too. This is where you are, and that is why I had to say it. That's why it's a lot of black people. I'm telling you that have money. They're not worried about the BC like that. They're not. They're not worried about you. Because they already know. That's why they're like, oh, just don't worry about them because they know the group gonna do what it's going to do. And guess what? Just like you are gonna do what you want to do. Guess what? So are other cultures too. They're gonna do what they want to do, and what that means is not hurt you. So thanks for listening. This is not the popcorn video, longer than 2 or 3 minutes. But yeah, let me know what you think. We can agree or disagree. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. What she's talking about on the screen, you know how we got there. That's not that brand new. It's going to be happening, unfortunately, to a lot of black women and the men too. Simply said her on YouTube, and I'm out.